What's up, guys? It's Chris from Home Studio Rescue. 7 people in here. We got 15 mixes to go over. It's going to be fun. I just want to thank everybody who signed up on the mailing list to get the tracks. It's been pretty amazing. Let me know, too. I got the live stream pulled up. Yep, sounds like it works. Let me know the sound, all that stuff. But at any rate, yeah, thank you guys for showing up, sending me the mixes. It's really been fun. So I'm going to go into Pro Tools here and flip to my screen, and we'll get into it. So I got Andre F., his mix here. So first, before I start playing anything, I level matched this stuff so they're all the same level because, you know, the louder something is, the perceived, you know, it's perceived to be better. So everybody, so the mixes are all at the same level, or at least they're very close. And so let's get into it right away. We'll go to Andre's mix. Andre actually, so Beat My Mix is not a new thing. I just haven't done it in 2 years. So when I used to do it, Andre was a participant, so he sent me a mix. So I appreciate, Andre, you coming back and everything. So let's hear his mix. Let me know if the level's okay for you guys. If you're watching, stay hey in the chat. I just saw the comment. Am I intending for it to be on 380p? Nah, not particularly. Yeah, it's so grainy. Well, geez Louise. Yeah, that's bad. Let me look here. So my camera will go away here for a sec. I'm using my phone. Let's see if I can. I think 1080p is the best that you can do. So let me know if that's better. It might. Okay. I think it's going to be okay. I don't know. I was having problems with the bit rate. OBS. Sorry. I'm already messing with stuff. Video. Doobie-doo. I'm not sure. We're just going to roll with it for now. So anyways, back to Andre's mix. Sorry if it's grainy, guys. It's Pro Tools. I guess it'll look 16-bit or like Nintendo. Output setting. All right, I'll try to look at it. Can you guys hear my voice okay? Is the balance okay? Okay, good. The 4K thing helps some. So far, I like Andre's mix. It sounds pretty good. I know that he's been referencing my mix, I'm pretty sure. Cool. Yeah, man, he killed it. Having a hard. There I go. Okay, I'm good now for myself. Hopefully that didn't affect you guys. Yeah, his mix is great. Here's mine. Tried to level match. We're in the same ballpark. Just a different part. Man, I do like Andre's mix. It's got a nice ambiance. Yeah, it's a really good mix. Yeah, mine sounds like it has a blanket over it compared to his. It's an awesome mix, Andre, man. He's actually when I did beat my mix before. It's been a mixing competition. That's a good question. The Luffs. I'm not sure, man. I don't know. You guys could tell me. Yeah, he definitely referenced my mix. Is it? Just let me know if it's too loud or whatever. Okay, sounds good. That's good. Hey, Alex, how you doing, man? So there's a guitar part here that comes in gradually. I love this guitar part. That's the only thing in my mix that it's so full. It's a great mix. I just want to hear the halftime part. Good, good. Tough one to beat. Awesome mix, Andre, man. You're a rock star, dude. Super cool. So now I'm trying to transition out of mixing my own music into if I was paying somebody like Andre to mix this song. The only thing that I would, the only nitpick, and I am picking nits hard here, is just the whoa vocal, all that. It would need to come down a little bit and be more ambience. Also, you guys are aware there is a amp vocal. There's a bunch of amp vocals, and those are the ones that are meant to kind of be underneath. But that's just a taste thing. That's an awesome mix. Excuse me. So we're gonna go to Neve, or tell if you want to say your real name. That's cool. If not, no worries, man. I think it's Neve. I don't know. Let's check out his mix. I like the keyboard balance. Actually, all of it's balanced well. Got some verb on that snare. Crunchy bass. We were both so afraid. No idea what the future would make. Back at the old bus stop. Sounds like the natural drums. That's cool. So I want to say something because a lot of people have commented on it, and they have every right to, because this session was huge. There's like 20 tracks, and first there's 3 guitar players in my band, myself included. On this song, I switched between keys and guitars. Now that's not quite a right reason for there to be so many guitars, but it is hard to keep this from getting muddy, and I probably put too much gain on some of the guitars as well. All the tones are influenced by me. Jordan, he's the lead guitar player, playing the main lead riff in the intro and all that. He's got awesome tone. But yeah, so all that to say, I probably recorded with a little bit too much gain on some of this stuff. And then the other part of this is that there was 2 mics on every guitar cabinet, and then 2, we recorded each section, like as the verse, like if the lead was going, we let that chord hang, and then it was a new track. And that's part of why it's stacked so crazy. But let's keep listening. It's a good balance. It sounds good.
No idea what it could have been like.
Yeah, more guitar is better than more cowbell.
Look at
Amen.
the old bus stop. Still see you there. Look at the old bus
It's a nice mix. Gonna go to the bridge.
like a cat lit place. Remember the
That's some
first
crunchy
time
bass. It's got
she
some like
kissed
fuzz.
you?
That's neat.
I was too afraid to kiss the girl I wanted to date. Look at the old bus stop.
The bass is a little bit fuddy at points. I don't know if it's just the top end
Still see you
uh,
there.
added to it.
Look at the old
I feel like
bus
some
stop
500 hertz could come out of the drums a little bit, just giving feedback.
where you both disappeared.
That's cool where the keyboard is. It's kind of the lead instrument. And I do like the vocal being background. That's cool. I think right here, I know there's so many guitars, but I would have more rhythm filling it out. This is kind of meant to be that heavy head banging moment. Oh yeah, the key part is very cool. I love the sound of, it's a mini freak. It's an Arturia mini freak. I love that keyboard. Cool mix, man. Thanks for sending that, Neve. Do I ever reamp? I do not, partly just because I don't think I have a way of doing that at this point. I could do the DI. I could get the DI if that's something you guys are interested in for future Beat My Mixes. Oh yeah, yeah, it's a very Stranger Things vibe. We have another song out called Back to You, and that is a Juno, which is just, it's a Juno plugin. Thanks, man. I am the singer, actually. So Death Cab is a huge influence. Neve just said that the singer reminds him of Death Cab. And honestly, so not that you guys are here for my backstory, but I was a bass player in a band for a long time, and our lead singer left, and we got a new lead singer, and I really did not like the singer's voice or the music we were writing. And so the first song I ever learned how to play and sing on guitar was, not ever, but the first song where I picked up, it was when Death Cab had Narrow Stairs, and that record, which is an awesome record, and they had a song called Kath, and I learned that song and started singing that and playing the guitar, and then we had a PA system in my basement, and I sang through that, and I'm like, well, I sound pretty good. And then I started writing songs. My wife heard me singing, and she's like, that's pretty good. And so then, I don't know, I was in another band called Greenlight at the End for 4 years where I wrote like 50 songs, and I was the lead singer. And then that ended, and in 2013 and then 2023, I started this band again. So the next song is by Alex, and Alex has a YouTube channel that was brought to my attention, Alex Spradling Mixing, and I'm going to put a link. He did a video going over, he did a mix for 2.5 hours, and I wanted to do a reaction video, so I just put the link in the comments. I wanted to react to it, but honestly, it was so cool just to have another YouTuber take the tracks and do a mix. And so I started doing mixing stuff and recording back in 2010. And before then, I was sitting in a studio with my bands and somebody else mixing the song. I have not heard somebody else mix my music in the room in a long time. So I really had fun with that. and yeah, it was a really cool experience. So Alex, thank you for that. If you're still here, so we're gonna check out his mix. All of these mixes except for Alex, I haven't listened to them. I kind of made a point to wait for tonight just to kind of react to them. So, but I have heard Alex's mix, so here it is. It's a nice, clean mix. He did a really good job with the guitars.
At the old bus stop, still see your face the first time I met
Punchy. You guys, you really should go watch his video. Not right now, please don't do that. But you guys should go watch his video. I can tell you just from watching it, he had the Sound Toys plugin. Oh, you're still here, hanging out, drinking whiskey. Nice, man. That sounds good. I'm getting sick, so I'm drinking tea. No whiskey tonight. But what is that Sound Toys plugin called? He used that on the vocal, which was interesting. I have that plugin. I have not used it. Oh, the Devil Lock, that guy. But that's cool. It's got a nice crunchy feature, but you blended it in so well. It's a punchy mix. And
Still see your face the first time I met you.
last night when you turned on, when I was watching this video, sorry guys, I'll try to shut up and not talk as much, but be up for nah, man, like I'm digging your mix. What's terrible, or what was humbling for me, is when you went to master it at the end and like I heard my mix, which in comparison, it sounds like there's a blanket over it, like in the guitars. I mean, I like my mix, but it's also, let's get the heavy stuff. I need a better way of switching. Ooh, that's very full. I don't know if I did a good job of level matching this stuff like I thought I did. So if you want feedback, the only thing I know the snare is triggered and I can hear that, and for me, I'm more of a try to blend the triggers in. Yeah, there's so much going on in this song. There's your and I like the chorus vocals, how they're split out. Yeah, mine's just like, it sounds like it's got a blanket on it in comparison. I do wish, I saw the thing about the trigger, my sample, I wish that worked for you, because I do like, it's a big 26-inch kick drum sample. I wish that was in this mix. Just a little bit fatter. It's very punchy though, what you have going. Just turning mine up a little bit, try to compete. Thanks, man. Yeah, I wish I didn't mess up that trigger. Yeah. If I sent you the mix as a client, I didn't use any stereo with stuff. Alex, if you know, are you asking Alex or are you asking me? It's definitely a wide mix. It's very clear, and it's very punchy. If I was paying Alex to mix this song, during this section, I would just ask to turn up the lead guitar right here. Here's the... a vitalizer on it. I think I saw that in the mix. So that's my mix there. So there's a lead line. Let's hear the bridge. It does. It sounds good.
Remember the first time she kissed you.
That Geo track in the back, I would have that up a little bit.
I was too afraid
I like the reverbs you have on my voice. It's very cool.
to kiss the girl I wanted to date. Back at the old bus stop,
Yeah, the chorus sounds great.
I still see you there.
Alex, did you parallel compress the drums? Did I miss that part of the video?
Before you both disappeared.
Yeah, it's a good mix. So for me, I'm picking nits now, but it's just the keyboard. The actual synth would be louder than the piano. But that's me, not as a mixer, as a guy that would be like if Alex was mixing my song, which you did a great job. So no parallel on this one. Maybe that's what I'm missing because I've got crazy parallel compression on the drums. Well, somewhere. Oh, I got two mixes. On the leads. Hey, Cody. We're not there. Hey, Cody, we haven't put you in there yet. Let's see. But now you're in the chat, I'm going to move you up to the top of the list here. So thanks for showing up. How you doing, man? So yeah, I'm missing a little bit of the parallel compression. I think that would fatten things up a little bit, but it's a good mix even without the parallel compression. So I wish the rhythms were up. I know it was muddy. I know there was so much shit in this mix. Oh, it's so much. I like the vocals. They're in a good spot. Awesome mix, man. Alex, very cool. Thank you so much for doing that video. I had a blast watching it. And yeah, it's a great mix. I mean, the more I get to hear my mix, the more I'm like, ugh, you know. So yeah, I think Andre, I think you guys have really competed well. But yeah, with Beat My Mix, this was something I did. I think I ran like, I don't know, 8 Beat My Mixes back in like 2022, 2023. And it was the community of it is really cool. When like right now there's 15 people watching. Thank you guys so much for showing up. We had 15 mixes and I got a ton of email subscribers from this, which is awesome. That's partly why I'm doing this, giving away the tracks. But man, it's so much fun just to be able to compare your mix. And I mean, you know, YouTube is a place where, well, for one, I'm recording this crap in a basement. It's my bass player's house, and I went to audio school. I did a bunch of things. I've been in studios. Like I've been around. I went to Blackbird. There's millions upon millions of dollars of equipment there, and I had outboard gear. And I'm off track now, but I'm just telling the story that I went to audio school at the Willy Wonka of recording studios. They have 10 Fairchilds there. I'm not joking. And I came out of it, basically, I had a rack full of gear. I had about $20,000. I had outboard gear. I had all this stuff. And none of it really made a damn bit of difference from when I had an M Audio 8-channel preamp thing. Like, it was never about the gear. And I just feel like a lot of times on YouTube, you're going to see people you're going to see studios that are beautiful and really expensive gear and think that that's the way to make music. And for me, it's never benefited me. So when I got back from Blackbird, I sold off I had a Distressor, I had a Pacifica 2 channel. That was the only thing I kept from my home studio that was outboard gear, and I got rid of that eventually. And my thing here is just that we can make great music at home. We don't have to have an amazing studio. I still buy gear, I still buy microphones. That's really where I put my focus. But I mean, really, this is the community of just, we're all at home and we're trying to make the best music we can. Like this song, I love this song, and I loved my mix at the time, and hearing it now, I'm still fine. I still love the mix, but it's also, you guys are really good. And that's the hard part of running an audio channel on YouTube now. There's so many tutorials out there. Hey Antonio, we haven't gotten there yet. Hurls, you're definitely in there. So yeah, we got Cody, Hurls, and then Antonio. So they're coming soon. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox here in a second just to say, YouTube, it's just, it's easy to get imposter syndrome, but really for me, it's about making music. And this song, we put it out, it had 8,000 streams in a month. That's really good for us. We got up to 5,000 monthly listeners. My band is not that big, so it was really cool. And for me, it's just trying to just get better with every recording. So this, and really for everybody here, hopefully we can get better together. So use the tracks and just you guys are kicking my ass. So you're beating my mix very, very well. So Cody, let's check out your mix. I'm going to shut up for a minute. Yeah. I like the guitars and the punch of the drums. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. So for me, in the verses, I cooled it on my trigger. I relied more on the actual drums, but just because I didn't want to hear the trigger too much. But that's the only thing I hear right now. And the chorus, the triggers can be big. They can. That sounds good. I like the kick. I can hear the bass well. The lead's in a good part. I like this mix. It sounds good, man. What's up, Specs? Welcome to the live stream, man. I like the crunchy guitars. There's an arpeggiated part I would have a little bit louder. But I know there's so much. I want to secure my mix. So for me, I love Gio's lead part. So if Cody was mixing the song for me, that would be one of my mix feedback would be like, hey man, can you just turn up the lead part that comes in halfway through the chorus? This is Cody, which he's killing it. Toms sound good. Yeah, man, it's a good listen. And I like where the keyboards are. So I would have automated the vocals up there just a little bit, and I actually did that in the mix, just to get it over. The kick is very punchy.
been like back at the old bus stop.
Yeah, I agree. In the verses, just a little more vocal, just a little over top would be nice. Welcome to everybody watching. 18 people. Thank you guys. It's awesome.
She didn't disappear.
I like the lead guitar, the level where it's at. Yeah, man, you got me bobbing my head. Makes me want to play this song.
Back at cat lit place.
I like the fade in on that guitar.
Remember the first time she kissed you?
The toms are very wide. It feels like they're LCR. Hey, Edgar. What's up, dude? Edgar used to participate back when I was doing this a couple years ago. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in.
I still see you.
Sorry, I want to hear that part. So, in my mix, I started lifting that guitar putt. Yeah, everybody's mix is so good. The guitars sound great. Yeah, the lead part is the only thing I would be like, hey, can you bump up the arpeggiated part a little bit? Oh, you're welcome. Go into the bar. Well, if I didn't have a cold, I'd have a beer right now. You know, maybe this can be our bar. Everybody drink a little bit. Yeah, just that high pitch part a little bit more, but man, it's a great mix. Edgar, did you get to submit a mix? I feel like I don't have that. Yeah, the toms sound like hard pans. If it was me, I'd bring them closer to the middle, but they sound good. Yeah. I like the vocals where they are. Starting to hear the bottom snare. I don't know why. Maybe it's the compression. Love it. That'd be great. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss your mix, Edgar. That's a great mix, man. Yeah, the end of this, you guys probably know A Perfect Circle. Like that was kind of what I was going for, the drum fills and all that stuff. This is my mix. So the drums are very 10 and 2. That's just how I do it. Yeah, Cody, great job, man. All right, so yeah, very cool mix. I was definitely bobbing my head to that one. So this is Hurls. I know his real name, but off the top of my head, I don't know it. And that's how he labeled it. So let's check out Hurls 77's mix. All right, I got to say something now about when I was watching Alex's video. He went he's just going through the tracks, and he got to the bus sound. And his look on his face, I LOL'd. It just cracked me up. So, yeah, I had to share that. Every time I hear the bus sound now, I'm just going to laugh. I got another story about the bus sound too, but we'll listen to the mix first. So I feel like this is close to what my mix sounds like. Okay. Just getting it. Ooh.
Still see your face the first time I met you.
Yeah, got some of that 80s snare drum or something. It's not a gated reverb, but yeah. It's interesting. So we'll definitely have Geo up a little bit more. It's interesting. I feel like the guitars could be brightened. I know there's a lot of shit going on, so it's just hard. Like, and in my mix too, it feels muffled at times. But I feel like the guitars need to be brightened up a little bit. Let's see. Stop that. Yeah, this is a good mix too. Gated reverb, cool. Oh, and Ulysses, that's interesting. That's cool. What,
High school. The car wreck that killed you.
in Studio 3, what's your mix? What's the name under it? I don't have it labeled like your YouTube handle. Yeah, the snare's cool. So let me. Yeah. I hear the reverb more than like I do a sample, which like when I can hear the samples, especially in this song on the verses, it starts to bother me. But the gated reverb is cool. It's a vibe.
No idea what it could have been like. Back at the old bus stop.
The chorus sounds good.
You there. Back at the
Did you have some parallel compression on the drums there, Hurls? Definitely sounds like it.
wish you didn't disappear.
Yeah, it sounds good, dude. Yeah, I think the guitars just need a little brightening, just a little bit, but overall it's good. You know, if I'm picking nits. And the lead's in a pretty good spot.
Back at cat lit place.
Nice.
Remember the first time she kissed you.
Slate distressor. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. I use a Fatso and the UAD Fatso and the Channel Limited Zener. But yeah, I like the distressor too. Ooh, there's a cool little hard pause there. That's fun. So that lead part, it's kind of there. The little clock style guitar thing is meant to kind of have a dynamic. So. But you would only know that really if you were referencing what I did. All right, Alex is talking about the bridge. I need to hear that. Let's see.
First time she kissed you. Back at cat.
I also like what the keyboard, whatever this ambiance thing happening. If that's guitar or keyboard, I don't know. That sounds cool.
Remember the first time she kissed you.
I hear this vocal thing.
I was too afraid to kiss the girl I wanted today. Back at the old bus stop. I still see you there.
It sounds good, man. I'm jamming to it.
Back at the old bus stop. Before you both disappear.
The toms sound good. That's nice drum fill. It's a good mix. Yeah, it jams. Ooh, yeah. The drum fill there, my old drummer used to call it taco taco, and you really brought that out. I'll tell you, you'll hear it. It's a small drum fill. I think it's right here. It's after this one. I didn't get. Here it comes. I didn't bring that one out as much, but I wish I did. Like, I like. I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. All right. So my question for you guys in the chat. I know I've been basically going through the whole song. Yeah, drummer speak. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, taco taco. Do you guys want me to skip around these songs, or I mean, so far now I feel like I've gone through 6 of them and pretty much listened to the whole thing. Should we just keep rocking and rolling and do that, or do you guys do you want me to skip around? I'll let you you let me know. There was somebody asking N3 Studio. Oh, Nicholas. Okay, or Nicole. Okay, gotcha. Nicola. Sorry, man. All right, Nicola. We'll throw you in there. We'll throw you up there. So let's see. Doobie-doo. Antonio. I know Antonio. I know he's in there somewhere. So we'll go to Antonio's mix next. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And yeah, so let's hear Antonio's mix. Nicola, you're up next. All right, interesting.
Look at the old bus stop.
So, yeah, the bass, it's interesting. I feel like the guitars could come up.
We were both so
It's a different feel for the song. Now the keyboards are driving it.
no idea what the future
All right.
would make.
Yeah, it's a little bass heavy.
Back at the
The
old
kick and the bass are loud,
stop.
and then the snare is
I still
kind of,
see
it needs, the drum balance isn't quite there, and then the guitars are low.
the old bus stop.
Kind of sounds like a punk rock song, like,
Wish you didn't
or even a little metally with the guitars. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like a remix, kind of.
Look at the old
Yeah,
high
it's
school
a remix. I do like where the vocals are,
in the car wreck that killed
and
you.
right now, I don't know, maybe I'm getting used to the balance, but the kick and snare,
Hay and stubble took your life.
all right. I wish the guitars were louder, like that rhythm guitar.
No idea what it could have been like.
Yeah, it's a,
Look at the old bus
it is, it's almost like a remix.
I still see
And the bass is, it's booming. It's booming.
Look at the old bus stop. Wish you didn't disappear.
The toms sound good. I mean, the drums are just louder than everything else. Drums and bass, yeah. Bass is kicking. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man? We're just gonna keep rolling.
Back at cat lit place.
The reverb's interesting on my voice too.
Remember the first time she kissed you?
No worries, Antonio. Dude, I'm listening in headphones. It's just a part of the thing, right?
I want it today. Back at the old
Bass in a home studio is the hardest thing. Like,
I still see
I still mess that up. It's one of the, like, as we're speaking right now, I have these headphones, I have a set of really, like, the Mackie crappy speakers, and then I have these Focal speakers that they were like $1,500 back in 2011, and then I have the Slate VM, whatever, the VSX. They're okay. I'm not going to be like they're amazing, but it's cool. But I can't just use one thing to reference my mix. And I mean, there's a little bit of treatment up in my room, but it doesn't matter, or it's not making a big difference. I can tell you that. So that's the hard part of mixing. Like, how can you mix properly if you can't really hear things right? So you need a good pair of headphones, at least. And then for me, I'm referencing 4 different things when I'm actually mixing. So all that to say, it's hard to mix in an apartment or a townhouse, as I'm sitting in right now. And then, yeah, the neighbor's problem. So sorry, that's my little sidebar. But yeah, I think it's just bass heavy, and you probably didn't even, when you're in headphones or you don't have a good pair of headphones, it's tough to get bass right anywhere. I think they're like the CS50s or something like that. They're definitely not the most expensive Focals. CMS 50s. They're fine. I have the IK Multimedia, the ARC thing, ARC 2. That helps. The bass is tough. Very cool. I want to hear your little fade out there. Well, serene. That's cool. Thanks, Antonio. Good job, man. I mean, that's why we're doing this, right? We're getting better together, you know. So keep doing it, man. Keep mixing, you know. I guess in headphones so your neighbors don't call the cops. All right. Cool. All right. So Nicola, here we are, man. Let's check out your mix. Let's unmute it first, and there you go. Little telephone effect. I like that. Yeah, mixing's tough. Kick sounds good. It's an interesting vibe. We've got a little delay coming on the right. That's cool. Yeah, wide. This sounds more normal to me than the intro did. There was something. Nicole, you gotta. Okay, they're similar. I'm interested to know what you're doing with the guitars. Is it top end boost? Yeah, I like the verse vibe. It's pretty cool. I hear that trigger. Yeah. It's okay though. I I fucked up the trigger on mine. Just the tracks you guys were messing with. For some of you, it wasn't usable. It's got like a grungy vibe. I don't know, 90s vibe. Vocals are interesting. No idea what it could have been like. So the other thing that was going on in this song is, so there's rhythm guitars from Jordan that are very fuzzy, and I think that's the thing where it's like I need to do a better job of giving an overview of kind of like, and I don't know, maybe I don't. Maybe it doesn't matter if I'm like, this is kind of like meant to be tucked under. I mean, if you guys listen to my mix, you might be able to kind of know that, but not really. I mean, that's hard. It's hard to kind of decipher. That's the thing with like this song specifically. It's like I have an idea in my head of what I'm going for, and I'm just trying to get there. And then like the rhythm guitars that Jordan did, he's doing that arpeggiated part in the chorus, but we did some rhythm guitars, and really they were just meant to fill things out and kind of like be underneath. But in some of these mixes, they've been kind of featured, which is kind of cool. I mean, they're very grungy and whatnot, so that's cool. Yeah, the kick is kicking. When you say the vox effects, I mean the vocal effects, I mean some of them, what he was doing was cool. I feel like, Antonio, did you feature some of like the amp vocals, which was just me singing a 57 into my guitar pedals? Kind of sounds like those are featured, which is cool. Oh yeah, it's very cool. You guys all are putting your own flavor on it. Tom sound good. Remember the first time she kissed you? I was too afraid. Yeah, Alex, I could see that. Kind of make it not so jarring from part to part vocally. I feel like the guitars, they needed some top end added to them. But yeah, I think the guitars that I talked about earlier are being kind of featured to beef things up. But they're pretty thick. Maybe even you would say that the guitars I recorded are muddy. I can hear that gated tom coming. So that's another question for you guys when it comes to this stuff. I edit out a lot of the noise and then I gate the toms. Do you guys want that? Do you want me to give you the toms with the noise or whatever? That's another question. You know, after watching Alex's video, I walked away from that kind of being like, well, fuck, I need to label shit better, and I need to organize the session better, which, I just threw it out there without really thinking about it. But the other train of thought, and then too, I believe I did the phase stuff, with the drums. But there was stuff with Alex's mix where I'm like, did I flip the phase on that shit on purpose, or was that out of phase and I just didn't check it, which I usually check phase before I start mixing for sure. Digital and analog equipment. I'm not sure. I mean, you guys can answer Richard's question in the comments there. I mix in the box. If you guys want to, you could just say in the box or analog. But yeah, I'm in the box. I'm not sure about everybody else, but long story long, the point of why I stopped the song is just I was going to make it where stuff was out of phase, top and bottom snare, overheads, or the snare not being in phase with the overhead, stuff like that, kind of as a challenge, because all digital for Alex. Yeah, me too. But the thing is when you actually mix stuff for clients, and I don't do it much now. I'm a live sound man. I've done that a lot here in the last couple of years. It's rare for me to take on a client. But if somebody, the one client that I've been working with a lot in the last 2 years, they go to all sorts of different studios. They have people recording from audio school that don't know what they're doing, and my job is to try to make that sound good. And that's the thing where I don't think it's a bad thing to have a session that's a mess coming out of Beat My Mix, just because that's real. If you ever mix for other people, you're going to be sent tracks that sound like ass and tracks that are out of phase and aren't gain staged well. And your job is to take a turd and make it into something good, like that's like probably a really cynical point of view, and it's not always that way. But I definitely had to learn how to make something that was out. Like, I had to learn about phase. I had to learn about gain staging. I also had to learn about trying to record stuff on the way in, getting it to sound how I wanted it to sound in the mix. And that's part of why there's so many tracks in the song. And maybe that's one of those things too, where it's like, it could have been less if I actually nailed the sound while I was recording it. So anyway, all that to say, let me know if you guys want tracks that need to be fixed. Like, do you want drums that are out of phase? And two, I plan on making a video on how to phase align and put all that stuff in phase. So if you guys want that, yeah, lots of turd polishing. That's the job. That's the job. So when somebody sends you a 130 track thing, and yeah, anyway, you get the point. So I would say it's kick heavy. If that was a little bit less. Yeah, that's part of my train of thought, is just send it messy. The next song, I did label it. The lead's in a good place. I labeled it better. Yeah. It's cool. So that's another one. I keep hearing the toms. That's why I got on that topic to begin with. Thanks, Hurls. Yeah, I try. I try to make it sound good before mixing. It is a good kick sound. That's a good point, Alex. I mean, I'm jamming a little. So when I've made things like talking about the whole getting the bass right, getting the kick drum right and the bass guitar, when I've messed that up, usually what happens is those things need to come down in the mix, and then the balance becomes better. But it's hard, like, I'm sure you guys have gotten in the car to put your mix in there, and then the bass it sounds like Dr. Dre, and the kick is just thumping, and that's all you can hear. Not that that's what was happening there. It was just a little bit. But anyway, let's see. Carp, are you here? I feel like Carp was in here at some point. All right. Well, we'll just roll to Bruce. All right. So we're at mix 9, 6 more. A lot of hi-hat happening. And outside of that, it's a decent balance. Ooh, a lot of top end.
Still see your face the first time I met you.
Yeah.
We were both so afraid.
It did have a good kick drum sound, the last one.
No idea what the future.
It's okay,
would
man.
make.
It's a taste thing.
Back at the old bus stop.
And everyone's got an opinion, right? If that was where you wanted it, then you're good.
Back at the old.
So I feel like the overheads need to come up a little bit. That the hi-hat is crispy, really crispy. I don't know if it's compressed or if you're boosting some top end, so the hi-hat should come down a little bit, in my opinion. That's the main thing that I'm hearing right now. And the vocal is there's a lot of top end going on. It's very crispy. Maybe distortion, I'm not sure. Okay, Hunter, you're in there. Cool. All right. I'll move you up the list, my friend. They're pretty they are Kentucky Fried Crispy. Like, yeah. Is it compression and distortion? Is that kind of what it is? 8K. Yeah, the mix itself is pretty good. I'm a 48K guy. Just the Behringer X32 I record through I don't even if I had something that would go higher, I still would probably record just in that. The mix itself is pretty good. It's just the vocals. Now I'm getting used to the hi-hat. Yeah, I try to get some more air out of it. So this was another thing in Alex's video I noticed, which was fun, is just the vocals. So what I did with my vocals, I have a U47 from Warm Audio and this mic, and this is normally my main vocal sound. I have a chain that I go through on the Apollo, but I lined up the capsules, and that's kind of my way. At first I was just like, well, I'm going to just do a comparison, and then like I just wanted to be able to compare because, well, Zounds, they'll send me equipment, and so that's why there was two mics where I was going to do a comparison. But then what ends up happening, it's probably just that it's louder and I'm just a dummy, but I liked the vocal with both the U47 and the SM7 in stereo. And but yeah, like I normally don't do that. So anyway, but that's why there was a double that was with a different mic. So I don't know. I'm just doing stuff, and if it sounds good, then cool, you know. There's some thought and training behind it, but then there's also just like, oh, that sounds cool. I was too afraid. Yeah, it's very crispy. To kiss the girl I wanted to date. And then there's just noise happening in the vocal. Yeah. I'm a pretty big Warm Audio guy. So far, I've enjoyed all their stuff. That's right, Edgar. If it sounds good, it is good. Yeah, it's just the cymbal. So the overheads on this song were the Lauten Audio pencil condensers. They're like $500. Those things are bright. And in Alex's video, he was getting towards the end, and it was just getting crispy in the cymbals. It's very easy to make those mics sound too crispy. Those were on loan from Zounds. I'm not buying them. They are not making their way into my home studio setup. And actually, the Lauten Audio stuff, the snare mic, not great, but I own it. I bought that before Zounds started sending me stuff, and yeah, so that's not great. It's not worth the extra $300 compared to a 57. And then the other thing I did in this song, which I don't know why, maybe I said this stuff in the video where I released these tracks, but I have my AKG P170s on the toms, and then I had the Lauten Audio tom mic on the floor tom. I was trying to get a good sound out of them, and you really have to EQ the crap out of those mics. I don't know what it is. Now, I will say the placement, like they have to look over the tom right at the middle of the drum. And at first I had them kind of angled down, and I might have done that on this recording, and maybe that's why it sounds like it's in a cardboard box. I don't know. But those are $400 mics as well. And so the whole Lauten Audio thing, in my opinion, is hype. You know, it is just pure hype. I've tried all of them. I haven't tried, there's more expensive ones, but I've tried the kick drum, the toms. I have the snare. I've tried the pencil condensers. Those pencil condensers are bright. And that when Alex was mixing his track, and then he went and he scooped out somewhere right around 6K where I scooped out, and I was like, oh, thank God, because they are so bright. I had to do like a or a high shelf. All sorts of stuff just to like make them not so crispy. This sounds good. Cool, Bruce. Yeah, man. Just the top end, the vocals, all that stuff. It's just something to work on. But thank you so much for submitting a mix. Very cool to listen to it. All right, let's hear Hanning's mix. I'm trying to think. So I'm not sure if it was Hanning or not, but so there was another email I got about the bus sound. About one of the guys has an 8-year-old kid that enjoyed hearing the bus sound. They love buses and air brakes and all that, and so his kid just was like, keep playing that song, so 2 or 3 times or something like that. That was my bad version of the story, but I thought that was pretty funny. So I never even thought about kids loving buses or whatever. So anyway, Hanning, here's your mix, man. Yeah, Pearls. 10K sounds about right. I feel like the kick could be a little bit more pronounced. Wow. The bass guitar. That's kind of interesting. I'm really interested to see how you got that tone out of the bass. Listen to this bass. It's got some zing.
Still see your face the first time I met you.
It almost sounds like he retracted.
We were both so afraid.
That would be fun if somebody did that. Just started tracking over stuff. That's all right. I know Carp did some percussion coming up.
Back at the old bus stop.
Yeah, it's cutting through the mix.
I still see you there. Back at the old.
I feel like the lead guitar, Gio's part, could come up a little bit more here.
Wish you didn't disappear.
Escape, what's your, can you give me your first name or what it was under? Because I don't think I got a mix from you.
Back at the old.
The piano was interesting there.
Back at the old high school. In the car wreck that killed you.
These are all the mixes,
Took your
Escape.
life. No idea.
I'm hearing that reverb on the snare,
Could have been
like a plate or something.
Back at the old bus stop.
That high vocal popped up over on the right side.
You there.
It's interesting.
Back at the old.
So there again, you need a little bit more of the lead, just a little bit.
Wish you didn't disappear.
And the vocals sound a little bit crispy. I feel like people probably favored the U47 over the SM7, and that thing can get crispy. That's partly why I bought it. Sometimes I need a brighter mic, where I don't have to mix it really hard.
Back at
Yeah, that bass is
lit
cool.
place.
Yeah, that bass tone
Remember
is
the
really
first
cool.
time she kissed you.
I want to know how he did that.
I was too afraid.
there's some noise. I don't know what that was. It sounded like it was in the vocals.
I still see you there. Back at the old bus stop.
Yeah, Alex, it was fun to watch you mix the that Sound Toys plugin, turning up the compressor, the Devil Lock. That was fun. Yes, Rick. All right, Rick. Yep, we can go to that mix. So if you guys are in the chat, let me know and I'll bump you up. I know everybody can't stay here for 2 hours. I get it. Rick, you're up next, my friend. Vocal's a little, I don't know, dry and crispy, but yeah, that bass tone, awesome, you know, very cool. So what blows me away is that my bass player, he plays with this Epiphone hollow body bass, and I mean, I'm sure you guys kind of hear it. It's a very like warm, rolled off sound, and I mean, he plays with a pick too. I have a P bass. That's kind of what I play through when I play bass. But the zing that thing had on it almost sounded like a Music Man bass, or I don't know, like new strings on a jazz bass or something. But it was really interesting. So very cool bass tone on that one, Hanning. All right, Rick, let's check out your mix. Sorry. So it's a little bass heavy, and the drums are kind of buried. And so please take everything. You know, I'm never trying to be mean or anything like that. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the mix. I feel like I might need to just turn it up a little bit.
We were both so afraid.
So it's a little bass heavy, and the drums are just underneath a little bit too much. They need to be a little more featured. And then the vocals. I think the blend is the part of the problem. Here's a big snare. For me, the drums are just a little buried. They need to be more up front. The big snare is interesting though, the big verb, that's cool. Have the guitar. Yeah, the bass is loud. It's more bass driven. I'd be interested to know if you have some kind of processing over the whole mix. It sounds like there's some top end rolled off of the guitars, which I understand. And just, it's a balance thing. Like Alex said, kind of if the bass came down, the drums come up some, and the guitars too. Ah, that's cool. Big verby toms. Yeah, you just got to get the kick and snare bigger, in my mind. I like where Gio's guitar, the lead guitar, is. less bass, and then those guitars. There's some distortion happening. I don't know if it's on purpose or if it's clipping or not. I'm not throwing shade or anything. I'm just pointing out the things that I'm hearing. Okay, SSL bus compressor. Bus. Yeah. Somewhere, Rick, it sounds like there's some clipping. Very cool. Well, thank you for submitting a mix and all that. I think you just start with the balance. And then two, another great way of dealing, like for me, like if you have to mix in headphones or something or whatever it is, a good thing is to reference a song that you like the sound of. Where for me, like in this room, there's those issues of like not really knowing. Hey Dylan, what's up, man? So like the whole monitoring of it all and being able to really hear your mix clear and all that. So I would definitely be referencing a track that I like the sound of. So yeah, it was just balance to me. I think that's the main thing I would work on. So the bass needed to be lower, the drums got to come up, be a little bit more impactful, and then the guitars as well. But I don't know. It's good, man. Thank you for submitting a mix. Let's keep going. So this is Carp. This should be interesting. I don't know if he's going to make it into the stream or not, but he seems like a cool dude. Yeah, and the toms were, I mean, there was some good things like in the last mix, Rick. You know, it's all good. You know, there's always some cool stuff to build on. And yeah, maybe routing. That's what Alex is saying to the mix bus. You know, sometimes, I mean, I can overbake things, you know, at times. Just make things a little too crunchy. But all right, so here's Carp. It sounds like a lot of the mids are scooped out. RMX 16. Is that what is that? Is that a reverb or what is the RMX 16? We were both so afraid. No idea what the future would make. Back at the old bus stop. There's definitely a snare sample. Yeah, mixing on headphones can be tough. It feels like there's a lot of reverb. 500s here. Reverb? I'm sorry. What are you saying, Richard? That sounds good. He said he added percussion to this. I hear little like crystally things. So Richard, you were running your mix through like a Neve 500 series type of thing? Like a Neve preamp or something? The riff sounds good. I feel like the drums could be a bit louder and punchier. Maybe some parallel compression would help. The sample's interesting. I got to hear Carp's music, and I'm tempted to send you guys a link. It's pretty good. I really enjoyed hearing his stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Some crunch on that bass. Big sample. He's got my rhythm guitars really going. Which they sound good. Yeah, it's got some atmosphere, that is for sure. Got those keyboards up. I think he's playing some keys. He added some stuff. That's cool, Carp. See ya, Edgar. Thanks for showing up, man. Very cool. Carp, very cool, man. Guys, I was trying to find his email with the links to his music because some of that's really cool. I like the keyboard there at the end. I don't know if that's mine or if he added it. All right, so let's see. So we got Dante, Hunter, and Jagogo. We've got Vasco, and that'll be it for tonight. Is there anybody else in the chat that hasn't had their mix played? Because, you know, I want to prioritize you guys over any of that. But let's see. Okay. Shakers. I'm playing the keys. Specs, are you Carp? He added tambo and shakers. Cool. I like the keys at the end. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, it was very atmospheric. Could you if I don't know if you guys are allowed to share links or not, but Carp, throw your music, some links to your stuff with that Dash guy. It's very cool. Okay, cool. It's awesome to have you in the chat there, Alex. If you guys haven't checked out Alex's YouTube, I'm gonna leave the link. Don't leave the stream, but cool. That's great, Carp. Awesome, man. If you can't post a link, send me an email and I'll drop it in the link. But that's the link I just put in there. That's the link to Alex's YouTube channel where he did a 2.5 hour mix of this song, and it was very cool, very fun to watch. If you guys want to, I mean, and he's a good mixer. You know, if you guys are just starting out or wherever you are, you might learn something. I mean, it was awesome to watch. All right, so Dante, let's check out your mix. Guitars got thrashy. It was cool. The snare is an interesting choice. You're welcome. You're welcome, Carp. It's been fun, man. I'm having a blast. So for me, the snare sample's a little bit. I would almost say distracting. Very reverby. Oh, Zach. All right. Sorry, man. Escape. All right. So, all right. Could you guys give me your first name? Because I put things in. So it's Zach. Well, obviously, Zach is Zach. Let me see if I have. Oh, okay. Somehow. Let's see. Zachary, I thought I had you in here. Let me see, Zach. Sorry about that, man. All right. Well, we'll listen to this. I'm downloading that, and I'll get that in there. We'll be up soon. Downloading it now. So yeah, the snare drum is that's I guess I don't mean to. That's something that I feel like it's just a little bit out of place. Alright. Cool. There you are, Zach. Oops, that really stopped it. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna import Zach's mix. My bad, Zach. And then I'm away from the chat for the moment. Let me see here. All right, well, Dante's going. I'm going to try to bring down your mix a little bit just to have it high. Bass sounds cool during the bridge.
The first time she kissed you.
Sorry guys, I know I'm turning this stuff down a lot.
I was too afraid to kiss the girl I wanted today. Look at the old bus stop.
Escape. What was your mix under? I'm sorry, man, I missed it.
I still see you there. Look at the old bus stop. Before you both disappear.
Harper, when you're saying that the drums get reprogrammed, are you saying for this song the guy reprogrammed the drums? So I would say the toms need a little bit of EQ, a little boxy. You like the snare? That's cool. This is your favorite. So this is your favorite mix so far? Interesting. That's cool. Man, everybody's got a different vibe, a different opinion. It sounds pretty good for me. I'm not trying to be mean, but the snare is a little distracting. But the verse sounded different. I don't know. It's an interesting mix. I'm going to move on to Zach here. Thank you for waiting patiently. Escaped. If let's see. If I don't know if I have your mix. If you don't see your name up here, just send it to me. Send me an email with it, and I'll try to get it in before the stream ends. So. Here we are with Zach's mix. I'm gonna give it my undivided here. Do my best. Trying to download mixes and stuff. That sounds good. It's a good balance, Zach. Are you talking about the last mix, Alex? That'd be interesting. Perfect circle snare. I love that. It sounds good. I think so for me the verses are too like bare. I'm talking about the song in general. For this, the sampled snare, that's where for me it's like I have a blend. I do a blend of the snare drum, the real snare with samples. And if I record the drums well enough where I don't have to use samples, that's the goal. But in in the verse of this song, it is like it's bare. So when the samples come out, and it's like, if it's for me, I don't know. It's a taste thing. I didn't really want a big reverby snare, but you guys have no way of knowing that. Nor does it really matter what I want. I mean, this is your guys' mix. So that's the only thing I hear in the verses. Long story short, just that the verse for me, as somebody who can hear samples, it's a little distracting. That's it. Good blend. I would have had Gio up just a little bit, that lead guitar part, that wailing part in the chorus. I love where the keyboard are, where it is. Sounds good. It's nice I can hear my actual electric guitars. Good job there. You brighten them up enough for them to cut through the mix. I feel like the kick drum could be a little bit punchier or bigger or more present. Okay, I'm just turning it up. It could be a hair, I don't know, bigger, maybe more a little bit louder. It's a good mix, yeah. A little bit of kick maybe, but that's me picking mix, trying to give you some feedback, or trying to give some feedback. I think overall it's a good mix. It's cool to hear the keyboards here. I feel like it's a good blend, like the volumes and everything. I think the drums, they could just punch a little harder. I don't know if it's more some parallel compression or EQ. It's a good balance. I like the balance, so good job with that. Oh, well, yeah. The wall of sound thing really is nobody else's fault but mine. There is so many tracks in this song. And that was my doing. It was hard to manage. I mean, you guys have done a really good job. I mean, when I listen to my mix, I still kind of hear all of the stuff, and it's just too much. So, just for you guys, these mixes have been great. I mean, honestly, when I started doing Beat My Mix 2 years ago, and I haven't done it since, we would get maybe 10 to 12 mixes max, and then maybe 4 of them were actually listenable, and most of these have been listenable. So very, good job to everybody. Yeah, more kick, more body. But oh yeah, I would agree with that. Overall, it was a good mix. But yeah, those are just things to work on. So that's why we're here, right? So I'm gonna go to Hunter. If you guys, if I don't have your mix listed and you did one and I said the deadline, whatever, you can send the mix to homestudiorescue@gmail.com. And just let me know in the chat that your mix is there and we'll listen to it. So, all right. So Hunter, here we go. Pretty good mix right off the bat. You got the piano going, kind of featured. Interesting.
Still see your face the first time I met you. We were both so afraid. No idea what the future would make. Back at the old bus stop, I still see you there.
It's a good balance. For me, I hear the samples and then some kind of clipping there with the tom fill. The toms, they sounded a little boozy. Just a lot of low end. There you are. What's up, Hunter? Cool. I like the keys.
Look at the old high school. In the car wreck.
The kick is a little clicky, like the 5K thing. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Took your life. No idea.
It might just, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I guess I'm a stickler for actually being able to hear that it's sampled. No, outside of the people that are watching this stream and have experience with putting samples on things, that's the hard part for me, is when I can hear that it's sampled, I almost can't unhear it. But that's also, my own thing where blending triggers is what I believe in. There used to be a day where I used to put a 57 in the kick when I discovered triggers, and I'm like, well, I can't beat that. And so we just triggered the kick. But when I can hear that 5K thing, that will immediately take me out of it. But that's just because I'm a mixer and I know what those things sound like. It's not bad. It's not as bad as I'm making it sound. I feel like the vocals could be a little louder overall. Sorry. Hinning. Sorry, Hinning. And Hunter. Yeah. Did I say Canning? Sorry. I'll fix it. There you go.
Back at cat-lit place.
Thanks for putting in a mix, Zach. It was good. It's a good mix, man. So yeah, the toms on this one just need a little bit of work. I feel like there's a little bit of clipping happening on the master.
I still see you there.
It's just that floor tom, I think, is the one you got to work on. That's also that boxy ass mic from Loudon Audio. Okay. Huh. feel like right now it feels like the low end or the bass is a little heavy. Hunter Bell. Oh, sorry. Well, you put it in the chat. All right. Hunter. Cool. All right. Well, there you go. Good job, Hunter. Thank you for submitting the mix, man. And we'll just, I don't know. There's more tracks that are coming out. I'm going to send the email as soon as I get off the live stream for I Don't Want to Know. That's one of our songs. I've also got a bunch of other stuff that isn't just Lovesick Loner Car. Let's see. Dylan, are you in the chat? Hunter Bell. So, Hunter, that was your mix, correct? You're Hunter. Line again. Sure. Yeah. Let's see here. We can throw your mix up there again. Is it Nev or Neve? we'll throw it up there. I mean, I want to get to people who. Yep, Dylan. Hey, Dylan. All right, man. I'm downloading your mix right now, so we will throw that in there. But while we're doing that, sure, let's listen to Neve's mix again. If anybody else wants another go around, also, if you're just sitting here waiting for your mix to be played and it hasn't been mixed, all right, I'm going to play Neve's mix, and well, I'm trying to get the tracks in here. There's two mixes going. Sorry, guys. Doobie-doo. Feels like the keys, I don't know if there was a boost or if they needed to have some top end taken off a little bit. Put some auto tune on the vocal as well. What the future would make. It's interesting. Look at the old bus stop. All right, Dylan. Once this is done, we will. I'll load it into the session. I don't know if there's. I feel like there's a frequency being boosted in the vocal that is making it a little bit more nasal. Something going on in the keyboards that's interesting. It almost sounds like a type of thing. I don't know what that is, but that's it's interesting. I'm wondering if you're getting that from the keyboards that are actually in the song. Since you guys are on the stream, I'll say this: if you do like, you guys are talking about revising your mix. If you revise it and you want me to do, if you want some email feedback, I'd be willing to do that one time probably. If you guys want feedback, just because you're on the stream, I really appreciate it. So yeah, if you do revise your mix and you want to send it to me, then I'll give it a listen and give you my thoughts if you want that.
Place.
Let's go to the bridge. That's cool.
Like a cat lit place.
I do love the keyboards too. I'd like to feature keyboards more.
Remember the first time she kissed you?
It's an interesting reverb sound we got going.
I was too afraid.
Thanks, man.
Kiss the girl I wanted to date. Look at the old bus stop. I still see you there. Look at the old bus stop. Before you both disappear.
Trying to see if I can, pop out this chat. There we go. Should have done that 2 hours ago. I do like the keys, man. I do. I love that part. That definitely makes it cool. Ooh, you got the whammy part going too. So, the snare drum, there's something going on, I think, with the bottom snare. Ooh, I hear the shakers and the tambourine and all that. That's cool. Yeah, man, it's a pretty good mix, you know. I like it. The thing I heard towards the end there was, I think, the bottom snare, which in the past Beat My Mix, bottom snare mics have been a problem. Not that was how it was in your mix, but a lot of people, that's good. I should have added tambo and shakers. I always mean to, but honestly, I'm not a tambourine player, or a shakers guy. But, a lot of people in the past Beat My Mixes, the bottom snare drum they either overcompress it or they just bring it up way too much in the mix. I've become more about having the bottom snare. Like, I'm bringing it up more in the mixes. I used to barely kind of get it in there. Like, I never wanted to hear the bottom snare. I still don't really want to hear it, and that's the point. I bring it up to the point where it's like it's going to make impact. But man, the bottom snare is a tough thing. But when used right, it makes the snare drum feel really good. 1 to 2. Yeah, talking about 1.2K on the snare. Yeah, but you guys have done a really great job on this live stream. Everyone that submitted a mix, I haven't heard the bottom snare being an issue, which that's great. So good job. All right, so we did Zach, we did Hunter, Jagogo. Let's do Jagogo. And then we got Vasco, and oh yeah, sorry, Dylan, you are in here. Let's do that. Let me get your mix in there. Sorry, my friend. Doobie-doo. I believe this is you. And I'm just going to play Jagogo while we're getting you in, just so I can bring it down a hair. So here is Jagogo, and then you'll be next. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for your patience, man. It's not a bad mix. So far, 18 mixes. That's interesting. It sounds like there's effects or a trigger. A trigger is like delayed or something. The hi-hat is little bit loud for my taste.
I still see you there. Back at the old bus stop.
Yeah.
Wish you didn't disappear.
There's something in the top end that, and I feel like from what Alex is saying, it probably is over compression, probably parallel compression. Jagogo, are you in the chat by chance? Just wondering. I don't think so.
Car wreck that killed you. Hay and stubble took your life.
Yeah, I think it's the parallel compression, just on the cymbals, and I hope.
Back at the old bus stop.
Yeah, they're compressed a little too much.
You there. Back at the old bus stop. Wish you didn't
So-
disappear.
So the whole reason for me that I will do two parallel drum buses, like two. I used to stack a Fatso with a Zener limiter, and that was a bit much. But so like the Zener limiter type compressor, or the like the Devil Lock, something like that. To me, you need to be very careful with cymbals, like how much cymbals, like overheads and room mics and hi-hat. Don't please, hi-hats probably don't need to be sent to parallel compression. But those are the things where, like, so for me, I have a parallel compression bus for the Fatso, which is a very punchy compressor, and then and the cymbals don't go bananas. But yeah, and then the Zener limiter, that thing, or the Devil Lock, those guys will eat cymbals for lunch, and you'll just get that type of thing happening. And that's where it's like, if you're gonna send stuff to a compressor that's doing that thing very aggressively, that's where overheads and all that shit. Like, you just have to be careful with it. So, all right, sermon over.
First time she kissed you.
Yeah, just the hi-hat, something's too loud. The room mics, I think,
I was too
are probably really compressed. Be nice to your transients.
to kiss the girl.
Zach, did you used to do Beat My Mix back in the day?
Look at the old bus stop.
Yeah, it's just over-compressed
You there.
cymbal, room mics, maybe even overheads.
Bus stop.
It's kind of eating it. The lead guitar should be up a little bit here. That wailing. Whichever one of my vocals for that part, I don't know. That wasn't a good take of me doing that part. Cool. All right. All right, Dylan, you're up, man. Let's check out your mix here. So I've tried to level match this stuff. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I don't think I did a very good job. Yeah, the whole Lufs thing. I don't know, man. I haven't really tried to study mastering or any of that crap since like 2010. Like the Slate FG1, that's the thing I've used. Like now I'm on Slate 2, but I'm not that educated when it comes to mastering. For most of Lovesick Loner Car, I've been sending mastering to. I have a couple guys, Matt Loeffler Schulman, and then I can't remember the other guy, Carl Saff. But mastering is a thing that I've never really found the guy, and so at the end of the day, it comes back to me where it's like half the time I'm like, well, my master sounds better. But as far as luffs and all that crap goes, like I don't even really know. I have an idea of what it is, but I'm not versed in luffs. So there you go. There's my confession. I don't. Yeah. If you guys have any videos that will teach me some of the stuff about luffs, send it to me. I'd love to watch it. Bring it down just a hair. Just turn it up. Want to hear it more? That's cool. Yeah, I remember you, Zach. Welcome back, man. Thanks for coming back.
We were both so afraid.
Carp said mastering is a good part of the dark arts. I believe so. I like the kick. The guitars feel a little thin, a little too pointy, in my opinion. I like the level of the arpeggiated part. Gio's part is in a good level. That wailing thing. These guitars, for me, I might have overcooked it, but I was taking top end off the guitars, somewhere between 10 and 15K. Alex, I believe you were doing the same thing. There's some of this grit in the song. Okay, I'm gonna hear the verse. It's a big fat snare. I wish it was a little louder. I like the sound of it. Yeah, rhythm guitars would help. They just sound thin. I got it. I got it. I like the strumming of the single strum guitars. I love that whammy guitar. I like the kind of that lead guitar part. That's cool. Some of it just feels a little over compressed. I don't know. I got it though. I got it, Hunter. You're good, man. I like the keys. I'm glad you like the feedback, man. It's a lot of fun to do this. It's a pretty good mix. There's something, for me, I'm turning it up for my headphones, and there's something where I can only turn it up so much before it starts to get, I don't know, I don't want to say harsh, but there's something in the top end that bothers me a little bit. So, more strumming vibrato guitar. All right, let's see. Okay, it started playing again. Okay, so now we're going to import Hunter's mix. And we're almost through them. Guys, thank you so much for hanging. There's still 13 people watching, which we started with about 16, which is about as many people that submitted a mix. I'll be honest with you, 200 people signed up for this song. I mean, shit. Alex, if you want to build an email list or any of that, I would say if you have tracks to give to people, it's a great way to, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, and that's from a video. It had 2,500 views, and then it died on YouTube because, you know, I got to get better on camera and laying out my videos and all that shit. But, I was blown away. Like the first Beat My Mix I did like however many years ago, that got 70 emails, which that's just awesome. That means that I have a direct link to people who, you know, it's not at the mercy of YouTube. Like you guys are going to be able to hear from me, and if you don't want to, you can unsubscribe and all that stuff. So that's a blessing. And, I'm going to keep doing these Beat My Mixes. When my band started, back in 2023, the band that you guys are hearing tonight, when that band started, I was already a little burned out on YouTube, and I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go with the channel. And then the band came, and that took a lot of my creative energy, and it still does. And I love the band. And now I have all these tracks to release, and there's other bands too, other music that I will put out, for you guys. But overall, thank you guys for subscribing and all of that. And, yeah, it's awesome. And I've just been blown away by it. So I made 2 videos, I think 2 weeks ago, and this was just a welcome back thing to YouTube. So very cool. All right, here is, I think this is Dylan's mix, or not Dylan. Sorry guys, I'm losing track of, it was Hunter B. All right, Hunter, here we go, man. Thank you for your patience. There you go. Been on the damn screen the whole time.
Still see your face the first time I met you.
I feel like the bass needs to be up a little bit. The kick, in my opinion, maybe could use a little bit of low end, a little more thump. The kick and snare are very present. I mean, that's a good thing. It's not a bad balance. Okay. This should be your mix, Hunter.
Look at the old high school. In the car wreck that killed you. Hay and stubble took your life.
Bass sounds good
No
there.
idea what it could have been like. Look at the old bus stop.
I'm enjoying this mix.
You there.
It's hitting pretty good. Yeah, the floor tom is,
Bus stop.
I don't know. That distorted a second ago.
She didn't disappear.
Yeah, the toms, I think they're clipping somewhere something is clipping when the toms come in. I don't know if it's the master bus or what. That sounds good.
Back at cat lit place.
Yeah, it's a solid
Remember the
mix.
first time she kissed you? I was too afraid to kiss the girl I wanted today.
Yeah, this is portion there. You guys let me know if that's just on my end. Yeah, the guitars do sound good. They're sitting in the mix well. Yeah, clip. Okay. It might be in mastering. I mean, I know you guys are limiting your mixes and stuff. Yeah, man, you just gotta watch the gain staging levels and all that stuff. You know, make sure you're not clipping your master or whatever. So, but overall, it was a solid mix. Yeah, I do see the Luff's reading on the Slate the X2 or whatever it is. The thing with, so it's set to go to -10 Luffs or whatever. Like if I pull up the thing, sorry, I'm off track now. We got one more mix, and then yeah, so it pulls up to -10, and the thing for me is just I've never really learned about the Luffs thing where I just don't really understand it. Like it used to be, you know, whatever it was, DBFS or whatever, and now now people talk about Luffs. But yeah, I'm not really qualified to be a mastering guy at this point. Print it down to cleans up, but that involved commitment. But yeah, no, and that's a good question, Zach. What did you guys use for referencing? I mean, if the idea is to beat the mix, hopefully you guys listened to some of that. I know, you know. Well, yeah, I saw with Alex's video. He definitely referenced it. But for me, this mix, this whole beat my mix is kind of eye opening for me too. Just I'm gonna have to start referencing things more again. I used to do that a lot. Loudness meter. All right, download. Alex is saying download Ulean loudness meter. I'm gonna drop Alex's YouTube channel. Well, I'll drop the link to the video in the chat. You know, give Alex a subscribe, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out, all of you guys. We got one more mix. And yeah, Ulean. All right, I'm going to have to check out Ulean. So that's Alex's, that's the video he did for this song. But check out his channel, subscribe, you know, like, do the thing, all that stuff. So, all right, let's check out Vasco. And I had something else I wanted to talk about, but then, I don't know, I'm going to try to remember. Vasco. The keys are loud, I know that.
Still see your face the first time I met you. We were both so afraid. No idea what the future would make. Back at the old bus stop.
So I would say the drums need to be up in this mix. The vocals could come down. And they need some verb, or just to be blended. Just got to work on your balance. I would definitely reference a modern rock song or something like that, something that you like the sound of it, and try to match those levels. Get that kick and snare working. Yeah, what I hear is kind of just balance. It's just a balance thing. At least that's the start, right?
Hay and stubble took your life. No idea.
That's cool about the snare, your sample. Yeah, drums got to come up, and the vocals are loud. Vasco he's a very cool guy. His email was very nice. I don't think he's in Italy. So I don't think he could be on the stream. But yeah, I mean, just work on the balance.
Back at cat-lit place. Remember the first time?
Yeah, so the vocals are just loud. So
I was too.
at this point, it's been a long stream. I mean, to say, unfortunately, there isn't a prize. I used to do that back in the day. It's just, for the pride or for the love of the game, I guess. Yeah, the bass was sitting pretty good. I know Alex did a really good job. I know there's a bunch of mixes in here that were really great. As far as like if I was trying to pick a winner, not to say that there is anything to win other than Pride. I mean, I think there was a lot of really good mixes. So there's a part of me that's tempted to just kind of rifle through, just each mix. Here, let's kill all this just real fast. I understand if you guys gotta go. This is Alex's mix. Escaped his hunter. Okay. I got 2 hunters. Unless I've got duplicates in here. So that's a good mix. I really liked Alex's mix. Andre's mix. That dude's a good mixer. I like his mix as well. Thanks. Thanks. Here's Neves. That sounds pretty good to me. There's Cody. Cody's got a nice fat drum there. I like, I like the kick and there's something cool happening there. Yeah, Alex is really, there's a lot of great mixes in here. I feel like Pearls, that's cool, man. It's a pretty good mix. I know there's, I know there's stuff to work on. We all have things to work on, right? Antonio. Yep. I know Antonio was in here at least earlier. Just working on getting the balance, my friend. All right, Nicola. Yeah. I know we don't need a winner. I know. Nicola, that's a good mix too. That's true. All right. Well, that's probably good enough. So at this point, I'm just gonna hit send on this email. You guys are welcome to hop off. Thank you guys so much, just for hanging out. I'm gonna send the next batch of tracks, and man, it was awesome. Thank you guys. Legit. Thank you so much for being here and participating and taking that time to mix these songs. That's phenomenal to me. And I hope you had fun tonight. The next tracks, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Thank you. So the next tracks are going to be in your email in the next couple of minutes. I got to push send on this thing, or I don't know. I don't know why it's not doing it, but we will. All right, there it goes. It's going. All right, it's sending now. So the next batch. The question that I would ask you guys, I'm probably going to do Beat My Mix like once a month, but because there's momentum and also my band just put out I Don't Want to Know. That's the tracks you got sent. Please stream that song if you can. If you have if you use Spotify, do that, or wherever you listen to music. It's always helpful. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, the question I was going to say. So yeah, it's probably going to be once a month. But do you guys want a week? Is a week enough time, or do you want 2 weeks? Because I feel like if I gave people 2 weeks, maybe they'll lose interest, or it'll kind of just go away because you guys know how it is. Everything moves so fast these days. Do you want the extra week, or like so the tracks that came out tonight? Do you guys want to do next Friday? I mean, I'll send an email kind of with that question as well, but I'm down for either one. But anyways, so that's my question. I'll send it to you in an email. But thank you guys so much. This has been a lot of fun, and I will catch you guys on the next one. So good night. I am going to end the stream in a second here. It's coming.